So guys, welcome back to another video. In this one today, we're going to be trying out another FUTMAS item. And yeah, we're going to be trying out David De Gea, 90 rated FUTMAS De Gea. Now the reason I'm choosing to review this card is because I've looked at the requirements for this item, and you only need an 84 rated squad with a Premier League player to actually get this 90 rated De Gea card, which I think in theory sounds really good value. So this is going to be an SBC that I'm going to do. I'm not going to bother to learn straight up. I'm just going to complete the SBC and hope that this David De Gea card is going to be good for me. Obviously by the end of the video you guys will know too if this David De Gea card is worth getting or not. Anyway, before we get into the player review, if you guys could leave a like rating on the video, that would be awesome. In the comment section down below, let me know your thoughts on this FUTMAS David De Gea card. Also let me know your thoughts on the price of it as well. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button too. We've been growing really well recently, and it'd be great to keep that up. So I really do appreciate your guys' support on the FUTMAS uploads thus far. Also tonight, EA released a FUTMAS Rebic, which looks like a very solid card. Interestingly, the Rebic SBC is more expensive than the De Gea SBC, which is yeah, quite interesting because obviously there is a 5 overall difference between the two. Anyway, without further ado, let's get this SBC complete and let's get this David De Gea in my club. Okay, so this is the team I'm going to be submitting to get the goalkeeper item. Now, I definitely do not advise copying the SBC that I've done. I am using a lot of untradables here. Alisson, for example, untradable, and he's an 89 rated card. He is not cheap. I wouldn't advise buying him for this SBC, but obviously, with him being so high rated, he makes the SBC much cheaper for me. And weirdly enough, I actually have 2 Alissons in my club. Both of them, he's right there, are untradable. So yeah, I just keep packing untradable Alissons. So obviously I'm happy to submit that UCL one. Anyway, let's submit that and let's get this David De Gea in my club. I'm hoping this card will become like one of my permanent goalkeeper choices, especially for when I use Premier League sides. So I'm expecting big things from this item, to be honest. In FIFA, I do have to say, Premier League goalkeepers this year haven't been that amazing for me. I've tried normal De Gea, I've tried Alisson, I've tried Lloris, I've tried Leno, etc, etc. I've pretty much tried them all, and the best performing goalkeeper out of all of them for me personally was probably Hugo Lloris. Alisson is horrendous for me in FIFA, I don't know why, and De Gea's non-inform also wasn't that impressive for me. In the comment section down below, let me know who is the best Premier League goalkeeper in your opinion on FIFA 20. So this is the team we're going to be using this David De Gea item in. It looks like a pretty good team, and hopefully it will serve us well in FUT Champs. Hopefully this really good backline combination can help David De Gea keep some clean sheets in matches. Don't really have too much more to talk about, to be honest. Obviously we don't really have like a full in-depth in-game attribute sheet to look at like we do when we review outfield players, but De Gea's goalkeeper stats are pretty exceptional. He's got a 92 rating for his goalkeeper diving, which is boosted to 99 with basic chem. His reflexes are at 93, which is also boosted to 99 due to that chem boost. And yeah, his other stats are pretty solid too. So hopefully in-game this card is going to perform really well. I'm just checking FUTBIN right now to see what price they have this card at. They are saying that the SBC to complete this guy costs around 55 to 60,000 coins, which is in theory a pretty good price for a 90 rated goalkeeper. So I think it's time we just got in some games and we tested this guy out to see if he is worth that price tag, and also to see if this card is much better than the non-informed De Gea or not. So yeah, let's go. In the first game, we're actually up against a non-informed De Gea, and my opponent has Player of the Month Vardy and Joshua King up front, so those are the 2 players that are going to be attacking our FUTMAS De Gea's goal the most. Chance for my opponent. Oh, it's a really nice play from him, and yeah, there really wasn't too much De Gea could have done about that, to be honest. Nice finish there from Joshua King, putting it the opposite side of the keeper. Oh, Vardy's broke through, and wow, that's gone in as well. Right in the corner. Could De Gea do better there? Don't really know. I feel like that's kind of saved Ter Stegen makes with his feet, but maybe I'm being a bit harsh there. Oh, we've got a penalty! We've got a penalty just on the half-hour mark. The score is 2-2, but I'm pretty tempted to take it with David De Gea. Do I do it for the sake of the video? This could be a big mistake. We've got De Gea versus De Gea. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like... Oh, wow. We've scored. Whew. Wow. I only did it for the video, but wow, I was worried there. Do you know what the sad thing is? De Gea's actually scored a goal for me before he's actually made a save for me, which is pretty insane. Well, this game has ended up being pretty mad. Yeah, my opponent's just rage quit in the 43rd minute because the scoreline is 6-2. Yeah, you heard me right. Pretty much every shot on target in this game went in, which is pretty insane. So sadly, on De Gea's debut, he actually ended up with 0 saves. He's got more goals than saves than he has for me right now, which is not particularly what you want from a goalkeeper. But that was just one of the matches where pretty much every shot went in. Even his goalkeeper didn't make many saves. And, well, you can tell that by the fact that I scored 6 goals. Yeah, so let's quickly get into another match where hopefully we can see De Gea tested a bit more. Next up for De Gea is this. It's a nice team which features quite a few overpowered players, but yeah, not everyone's on full chem, which is pretty interesting. Oh, good play by my opponent. Didn't expect the keeper to save that one, to be fair. Now we've got a break in play. I can actually have a look at this guy's in-game stats. And one key one that we have to look at is the reaction stat. He's got an 87 rating for that, which is the same as his non-inform. It really annoys me that EA don't upgrade the reaction stat because it's pretty important for a goalkeeper. Chance my opponent here. Dembele's trying to open up space and De Gea pulls off a really nice reaction stop there. Close range shot from Dembele and a really nice save from the goalkeeper. In trouble here. Oh wow, good save from De Gea there. Big save because my defence was really poor there. I was trying to change play and the game just wouldn't let me, so. Well, the game's ended 1-1. We're heading into extras. So my opponent's just rage quit. We went 3-1 up in extra time and he decided he had enough. De Gea in game number 2 did only get a 6.8 match rating, but it has to be said he made 2 very big saves. Now, I know he didn't make a mass amount of saves, but he made really effective ones, really key ones. And the goal that he conceded in this match, I don't think many goalkeepers would have stopped. It was a near post strike that was very powerful. I honestly don't believe many goalkeepers in this game, if any, would have stopped that strike. So I'm pretty happy with his performance in game number 2. The next team we face looks pretty good. He actually has FUTMAS De Gea in his goal as well. Interestingly, he has the glove chem style on his goalkeeper. He's also got an icon Drogba up front and an icon Roberto Carlos too. So pretty solid team for my opponent. I'm going to presume he won't be playing 4-2-4 in game. I really can't imagine anyone playing that formation in FIFA 20. To be honest, he's definitely switching to a 4-2-3-1. In trouble here. Salah puts the ball across the box. David De Gea clears. Nice punch there, getting in ahead of that Drogba. Salah goes for it from distance and David De Gea opts to palm it round the post. So half-time has come round and we've got ourselves a 1-0 lead. De Gea's had a relatively busy first half, 3 saves in the first 45. He's had a bit of a job to do, but thus far he's done his job quite well. And hopefully in the second half, I'm probably going to jinx myself here, hopefully we can keep that clean sheet. Oh, what is going on there? What did I say would happen at half-time? I said I'd jinx myself. I tried to clear the ball, the game refused to do so, and in the end, Salah unleashes a very nice finesse shot, which once again, I don't expect many goalkeepers to save. That was right in the corner. Could be in trouble here. Salah's through. Salah's through. Good save, De Gea. Good save. My opponent probably should have done better with a shot there, but nonetheless, De Gea made the save. Nice. Nice finish from my Zaha against FUTMAS De Gea. So if you're wondering why I'm including that clip in, that's because we're scoring it against a FUTMAS De Gea. Oh, what the hell just happened there? Salah's through on goal, and De Gea's pulled off a really good save there. Really good block there. Oh no! Oh, Sissoko's through, and he scores. Under pressure, puts it past my opponent's FUTMAS De Gea. And we've regained our lead. The full-time whistle has just blown. We did indeed get a 4-3 victory. And I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. Obviously not too pleased with conceding the amount of goals that we did, but to be fair to De Gea, he did make some really important stops in that match, and it was also interesting to play up against a FUTMAS David De Gea as well, just to see what he's like as an opposition goalkeeper. So after playing around with this De Gea item, what are my thoughts on this card? To be honest with you guys, I'm coming away from this review feeling pretty happy about this item. It performed quite well for me. Now yes, I know it conceded a couple of goals for me, but most of the goals that this card conceded for me were goals that weren't really all that questionable. Like, you would expect them shots to go into the back of the net no matter what goalkeeper I had in goal. So yeah, I thought De Gea was quite solid, to be honest, despite the lack of clean sheets. He made some really important saves in the games that I played, and overall I was pretty happy with his performances. He's pretty good from corners, regularly comes out and punches them away, which is good to see. I thought his reflex saves and reactions in general are very good in game. His positioning isn't as good as other goalkeepers, but he definitely does make up for it at times with his reaction stops. I thought his distribution for a goalkeeper was pretty solid. I just wish his handling and positioning were a little bit better. Now, in the grand scheme of things, this is a very good goalkeeper card, but do I think it's better than Neuer and Ter Stegen? To be honest, I don't. I prefer to use Neuer and Ter Stegen in FIFA 20. For me, them two are just absolutely insane. They're definitely the best two performing goalkeepers that I have used in FIFA 20, and I don't think this De Gea is as good as them in my opinion. Now, goalkeeper reviews can be, I want to say controversial, but that's probably not the right word. But goalkeeper reviews can definitely divide opinion. I know for a fact that in the comments of this video, there's going to be some people that are like, this FUTMAS De Gea is amazing, but I also know in the comments, some people are going to be like, FUTMAS De Gea is terrible. Because when you have a goalkeeper, if he makes like one big error for you, you will definitely remember that one big error. But if he also makes like one big save for you, you might remember that. And yeah, that can definitely affect people's preferences when selecting goalkeepers. As a whole, overall though, I do think this goalkeeper is a very solid item. Do I think it's worth picking up? 60k for a 90 rated card, I don't think it's bad value, but I would only consider doing this SBC to get this De Gea card if, big if, you use a Premier League side or have an easy way to hybrid De Gea into your team. What's the point in doing this 90 rated De Gea SBC if you're not going to use this card? It's a goalkeeper item, so you're not even going to use it as a super sub. This card is worth doing if you're on with a Premier League side, like I say, but if you don't, then I would probably avoid this SBC, even though it seems good value because it's 60k for a 90 rated card. But if you're not going to use it, that's 60k for nothing, essentially. So, as I say, I do think this De Gea is worth getting if you run with a Premier League side, and I've said that like 3 times now. It's like I'm on repeat. So that's all I've got to say on the matter. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful too. In the comment section down below, let me know your thoughts on this FUTMAS De Gea card. Leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.